it's Madeline again. As you know, I create content on cozy habits, mental health, and how to slow down your days to just make it enjoyable again. I feel like society is so fast now. Just the access to slow form media and content that just makes our brain crave that fast dopamine. And I'm here to be whatever you need, like in the background, just someone to partner with in cleaning or someone to play games with. And then I'll be giving some advice on those habits and mental health and behavioral tracks behind that. These are a few things that I started doing to slow down my busy days and actually enjoy them. If you've been feeling overwhelmed lately, or like your flow state is really just a day slipping out from under you, you're in the right place. For a long time, I struggled to find that sweet spot between being challenged and actually being present. I remember listening to the radio one day and that one song where it says, actually this has come on a couple of times now. It says, oh my gosh, what was it? Working for the weekend. I don't remember who sings it, but it's like an older song. And it just got me thinking, I don't want to live my 5 days just waiting for 2, and even with that, like, you work for the weekend for what? To study, to do yard work, all of these things that still like make our lives seem so busy and cluttered. And I just want to enjoy my life while I'm living it. I know for me it's been like a special example because I've had multiple experiences with cardiac arrest and then getting a heart transplant. It just makes me really respect life more. So here are 5 things that I do to slow down my days. So in the mornings, I think I've talked about it previously. As you can see, I'm just going around my house, doing things. I like to start with a moment of silence. I know not everyone can do that. Work and emergencies exist, but small windows of quiet time have changed my days immensely. As you guys know, I'm a student in my grad program and I work part-time. Well, more like on side gigs, but still work. And I do content creation and I still have to allot time for myself throughout the day to just have silence. And I used to have this mindset that I had to have noise to keep my mind active. That may be true, but I want my mind to heal at this point. So in the mornings, I especially try to utilize this, whether it's just complete silence and walking around and just hearing my footsteps on the ground, hearing the breaths I'm taking, hearing my dog. Like it makes such a huge difference, and I feel like it sets my mind at ease. In one of my biopsychology classes, I learned that when we wake up, our brains release cortisol. So cortisol, as many of us know, and if you don't, is this stress hormone. So of course you would need that to rouse yourself in the morning. But if you are doing something like listening to the news, doing stuff that's like rushing around your house trying to get everything ready, like take an extra 30 minutes and wake up early to where you can just have silence. Because when you do those things, it keeps your cortisol at a steady level that is higher than it needs to be, because it's naturally supposed to drop back down. So the first things that we do normally is like checking notifications, checking emails, stress about what's to come in the day. And that spikes our cortisol even more. So now I wake up slowly. I have started turning the TV off probably like 15 minutes before I go to bed. And I know that doesn't seem like a lot, and a lot of people say like at least 2 hours. But this is a small step for me. And I think it gives my brain just enough time to wind down. I don't have that extra noise when I'm sleeping at nighttime, and then I can go into my day waking up without noise, just cuddling with my boyfriend or my dog in the morning, talking about our previous day and like what we're excited for in the coming day. And that allows us to just like recheck with each other too. So I always start with water in the morning. even before coffee, because we know that coffee can also increase your cortisol. It can upset your stomach. And then I like to do either a short walk with my dog or I stretch as well. It just brings such a flow state to what I'm doing, and I don't do anything intense. Like I used to do like HIIT workouts, the high intensity workouts, and because I have such bad inflammation issues, the cortisol in the morning would make it so much worse for me. Like I would be like knocked out for the day. So now I just focus on like calm ways to get my body moving. And then number 2, let your body wake up before you eat. I'm the kind of person that has a hard time eating in the morning. I get kind of nauseous, and like I know that you're supposed to eat protein, but for me, I have to wait until 8 o'clock. I need to drink water, let that sit, go and do some chores, like slow chores. Like this morning I was sweeping, I did my dishes, wiped down the counters, got the living room all picked up, and did my laundry. And I have like extra time today, so that would make sense that I would be able to do those things. And they were actually very relaxing. So I recommend like giving your body whatever it needs. Like if you're feeling nauseous after eating, maybe don't eat so early, or like look at what you're eating. And I do kind of the same, like, but in reverse order. At nighttime, I stop eating around like 8 o'clock. I struggle with sleep eating, and it ends up waking me up, and then I stay awake for a really long time afterwards. So really being conscious, even when you catch yourself in the unconscious, makes a pretty big difference after you do wake up doing those things. I'm not sure if anybody else relates to that one. The third thing is I like to schedule breaks like they matter. So if I'm in class, and I'm in class a lot, it's usually for up to 8 hours a day that I'm sitting in a classroom. And I don't know about anybody else, but I am so sensitive to the, I don't even remember what the lights are called, fluorescent? Yeah, fluorescent lights. I am a warm light girly all the way. But in class, like I sometimes have to wear my sunglasses because it's so bright and like it's irritating, and I find myself like needing to get up, needing to go for a walk. So I have made myself that person who always tells our teacher like, hey, it's break time. We need a break. And I feel that those breaks give me just enough mental space to actually enjoy my hobbies later. And those hobbies are like painting, gaming, reading, without burnout, because when I try doing those things without breaks or when I'm stressed, I don't enjoy them. It feels like another chore. And just reminding yourself that breaks don't mean you're lazy. Napping does not mean you're lazy. This, like your body's asking for something that it needs for healing. And I feel like we've been reminded by our capitalist society that you have to be productive, you have to be overproductive to be seen as a person and given worth. But your worth is not contingent upon how much you produce. It's contingent upon the quality of what you're doing, right? So just take that in mind, take it with a grain of salt for like whatever your beliefs are. Number 4 is doing hard things during your energy peak. So I'm a person who wakes up in the morning. Like very obviously I wake up around like 5:30, like regularly. And that's when I have the most clarity, the most motivation. So I try to do my hardest tasks early, like working out, deep work, like with my homework. Like I've been walking around the house, cleaning while listening to my textbooks for school. I feel like I have the energy for it now. And as long as I'm giving myself breaks and enjoying like my morning coffee, then I am perfectly happy to do it. Then in the afternoons, I can feel softer. Like I can enjoy my later class that is super fun. I have a counseling class until 7 o'clock at night, and I just like, I don't take any of my work, and I just take in what people have to say, and it feels purposeful. And if you're a night owl, you can flip this. Work with your rhythm, not against it. Your reset day should really support your biology, because those days are when we are meant to be healing. So don't fight that. And lastly, I just think we need to reward our effort, not our productivity, like I had previously said. What if effort was enough? I just want to like sit with that for a moment. I just feel like I have burned out so much. I really think that a couple of my cardiac arrests were from like expectations of society, especially in the United States. And just like, I was at school, and this was in high school too. I was at school from 7 in the morning until probably like 6 or 7 at night. I was not eating enough. There was that expectation of weight management. I was a dancer. It didn't come from the school itself. My school was amazing, but society really did put that expectation on me, or at least I perceived it that way. So now, if I sit down to paint and don't love what I make, or if I go to a dance class and I'm like, wow, this is just not my best work. Like I'm tripping, I'm running into walls, which did happen. I still honor the fact that I showed up. I am not there to compare myself to other people. I'm there to enjoy what I'm doing and really just celebrate the art of what life is and what it gives us. Reset days aren't going to be perfect, and they're not about being perfect. They're about reconnecting with why you're doing things in the first place. They're there for reminding you. So as someone who's balancing graduate school work and health and content creation, I know how easy it is to lose your why just because you are so burnt out. For me, slowing down wasn't about doing less, it was about doing things with intention. If you've been needing permission to pause, this is it. And this felt comforting. And if this felt comforting or helpful, I'd like to see you again. I really hope to form like such a nice community, and I hope that you like and subscribe. And I will see you later. Bye.